Hi folks, it's Dasher Dave here. So just like a kind of a continuation from my previous video. So I've just finished my 4th installment of the junk journaling that I've been doing. And I just kind of wanted to kind of do a bit of craft with you. Some of the people, so I do a Facebook Live on a Sunday at 3 p.m. in the UK. Don't know what time it is wherever you are, but it's 3 p.m. in the UK. So once I've done that, I then upload it to YouTube, and then you guys get to see it as well. But I did say on there, would people like to see me decorate the stuff that I do live? And they said yes. Okay, so although this isn't going to be live, I will start decorating this stuff. And then when I do my next videos, whenever I make a piece, I will decorate it live. Okay, because I've been doing the decorating off camera or on a video, separate video, because some people don't want to watch me like just layer this up with napkins and that sort of thing. And other people do. So it's an optional thing then. Okay, so all I've done so far, okay, since I finished the other thing, is I opened this envelope up so that I could change the window from being one of these faux glassine plastic ones and change it for coffee dyed, this is basically tracing paper, coffee dyed tracing paper. So that's all I've done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I don't know whether I want to glue it just yet or whether I want to decorate it first. And the other thing I need to do is hunt the pen that goes in the top of my glue, otherwise it will dry out. So let's pop that there, and because I'm not Canadian, I didn't say dry out. Although I don't believe that every Canadian says it like that. So anyway, so move that board for now. Whoa, it's all going crashy, wall up, bang. So this is where we're at. Okay, so this is our little journal that we've been making. Well, mine. So I'm going to finish making some of this. I'm going to do some decorating as well. So I've changed this one. I'm trying to decide, do I want to change this one, or do I like the fact that it's got a different texture? I think I actually like it like that. That one is what it is because it's all incorporated, so I can't do anything like that. Incorporated, it's not a business, is it? So yeah, I'm gonna continue making, so come along with me and let's get this craft sorted. Okay, so what am I going to decorate it with? Well, you know what I'm going to do, don't you? This is why I don't do it on camera, because this is why I don't do it on live, is because you will think, oh, that thing again. Okay, but let's see if I can find some napkins I haven't used. Now these are all individuals. Sorry, that tinging isn't the bell tolling for me. It's the tinging is because I've just whacked my hand on the shade of the lamp. So yeah, if you saw my previous video, there was a bit of crying going on it. So if you're not a fan of seeing grown men cry, don't watch it. So get rid of some of these. I'm not too worried about napkins getting squished, because it kind of adds to the age of it, and also once you've torn a bit out of a napkin, it's very hard to make it whole again. You can make me whole again. There's another song in that I shouldn't be singing. Maybe a bit of that. Don't need me singing. Right, I'm having a look, just having a bit of a delve in here, and there's a poinsettia, but I don't think it's like that time of year for a poinsettia. Not yet. Easy, tiger. Steady yourself. Steady. Get a grip. It's not the C word yet. Now it just looks like I've got my laundry out, doesn't it? Quite like that. So that's kind of got that same bit of a theme going. Let's get rid of those. So, with my what looks like washing, I'm going to make something. Okay, so I think I'm going to have one of those on it. I'll do all of the proper rippy stuff in a minute. Might have that on there. And maybe the couple of toadstools. Yeah, I think I like it like that. Okay, so for to start with, let's water brush. Trusty water brush. Just gonna get rid of that B. Behave. Ah. Yeah, if I sound a bit nasally today, it's only because I've been crying. So, it's absolutely acceptable for men to cry. Don't worry about it. We all do. We're human beings at the end of the day. Be yourself. Everybody else is taken. Okay, so yeah, all I'm doing is, you know, water. I'm using my water brush to kind of pull out the bits that I don't want. I don't want it to be too full. I don't want it. It's really hard for me to describe. I just don't want it to be too overpowering. I kind of want to focus on the sunflower, a bit of the other stuff as well. But yeah, not be too overpowering with like bits of white in it. And if you rip the odd petal off, you know, what the heck? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Be happy. There's a song in that, and I'm not singing it. Tempted as I am not going to sing it. You've had enough of me singing. People pay good money to shut me up. No. They should pay me good money to sing, but they don't. So I'm not using that at all, so I'm just going to scoop up my bits with that. Rather than the expression, scoop up my bits. Okay, so I'm going to decorate this with that. I think, no, I want it more over there. So we're probably going to lose this bit off it, but we'll do that when it's sorted. Okay, so I'm going to have that on there. Might pull those little bits of white out as well, so it doesn't cover that window too much. Yeah, gonna have that like that. That ear of corn just there. Yeah, I quite like that. Well, I quite like it. I do like it. So what am I talking about? I don't know. What am I talking about? Right. Glue. Let's find the glue. Yo, it's the glue. So remember, I don't really worry about where the glue goes. If it goes where it doesn't need to go, then that's what happens. It'll dry clear. Actually, you know, when it dries clear, and it does leave a bit of residue. Don't let anybody tell you it doesn't, because it does. Don't worry about it. Kind of like gives like a haze. And I wonder if I can show you if there's anywhere. So here, this haze, that's the glue, and all I've done is I've distress inked it, and I think it actually makes it look a bit good. It looks a little bit good. No, it makes it look a bit different. Now, the only reason why I'm pulling it right down is because this has a thing on it, a trademark label, and we don't want to. I don't want that to be the main feature of this piece of art. This is my art. It doesn't matter that it came from a napkin. So all I'm doing is sticking that on now. If there are any bits, you know, you'll kind of know. You'll be able to tell whether there are any bits that aren't This is really weird for me because I'm still kind of feeling like I'm still teaching you, but it's really should be a craft along video, but I'm kind of just letting you know what I'm doing because you want to replicate it. So, and it's perfect for those people who have seen me on my lives, but kind of then thought, oh, you've left me hanging now, Dave. How did you do that? How can I do that? Well, this is how you can do it. So there we go. So we've got a bit of an overhang here and a bit of an overhang here, which is exactly what we should have. Now, you can get rid of this by water brushing it. Remember, this is just a water brush, it's just a pen version. It's just my preferred way. Or you can file it off. I think just because I've already stuck the envelope down, so I was doing the construction tutorial in my live, I think I'm just gonna, I'll just use the, sorry, I think I have already. I've decided I'm using the water brush because it's easier to do where I need it to do, if that makes any sense. Clearly not. Because my brain's going, what on earth were you thinking, Dave? There you go. You see, look, you get a nice clean, well, cleanness edge. Don't pull the nib out of it, Dave. Get rid of that. Put it in the bin. Okay. Oh no, it's back. Get rid of it. Put it in the bin. In the bin. Okay. It's gone in the bin now. Other loyalty cards are available. So, any of this on here? No, not that. Any of this? The wrong corner, really. I don't like the time. Don't like the. It's an Alice in Wonderland napkin, and I don't want the theme of Alice in Wonderland on here. It's, you know, I'm not against Alice in Wonderland in any way, shape or form, but it's just not what I want. Do I want that overlaid? No. Okay, so there was another piece I was going to put on here. I cannot remember for the life of me what it is. I cannot, and it's not happening. So there we go. So yeah, so like you get this sticky bit here. Now if I dry this off, which I will, now be careful, if this, so this is tissue paper in here, okay, but if I was drying a a napkin on here, leave it to dry naturally, because this is plastic, and if you heat it, it will crinkle. Now I don't know whether, let me find you a new envelope and I will show you exactly what I mean. Now, we all think that this is like paper glassine, and it isn't. It's actually plastic. So just be careful, because if you heat it, see, that is plastic. Paper wouldn't do that. So, you know, you don't want to do that to your envelope, do you? There you go. Get rid of that. So it's plastic. Don't be fooled. That's right, I'll put it in the recycling, don't worry. Yeah, so, oh yeah, that's it. Found it. That's what I was going to put on, wasn't it? I should start again. I don't want the insects on it. It's not that I don't like insects. They have their time and their places, but this is neither the time nor the place. So I am going to put this. Dave, you just need to use your technique. But the problem is, I don't know where my sellotape is. Oh no, I do. My sellotape. Trusty sellotape. Well, there are other brands of sticky tape available. In fact, I don't even know whether this is actually sellotape. Sellotape, by the way, in the UK is our Scotch tape. So that's, I mean, like, Scotch tape is a brand, yeah. So, and in the UK, Scotch never made sellotape for us, so it became sellotape. So instead of sticky tape, or Scotch tape, we call it sellotape because that's the brand that became popular in the UK. So I try to explain brands if I'm using a brand, because like it might not be transatlantic. So just tearing this off. This is a very delicate napkin, so I'm just trying to be a bit gentle. So normally I'm a bit bull in a china shop with it, but like just being a bit gentle there. Okay. So it's like this. The in America it seems to be yoo-hoo or ooh-hoo, this stuff, but in a tube form. It seems to be yoo-hoo or Elmer's that is the most popular in the UK. Oh, sorry, in America. And in the UK it's Pritt. So I don't even know whether I even have a Pritt stick. Do I have a Pritt stick? Possibly not. No. Oh look, it's this Pritt stick is what we know it as. So that's why I use Tesco's owned, because it's not a brand. Yeah, it's interesting. I like things like that. I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to things like that. Like, why did something become more popular? I mean, like, it's like Hoover. A Hoover is actually a brand name. It's a vacuum cleaner, but most people call it a Hoover. Even on review sites, they call it a Hoover. We're reviewing a Hoover, even if it's not a Hoover. And actually, Hoover is something, as far as I'm aware, is internationally known that, you know, they were the most popular vacuum cleaners. I think they were the first vacuum cleaners. Sorry if this is really boring for you. I am sorry, but like, this is how my brain works. And like, you know, I'm going to tell you an interesting fact about vacuum cleaners, whether you like it or not. But yeah, I think we've already had a conversation similar to this. This is how my life is, basically. We just have like mono conversations. So in fact, that's another thing. Lots of people talk about mono in America being a disease, but I don't even know what it is. Never heard of it in the UK. Surely it's not like just a disease that only Americans get. I don't know whether it's a disease or a virus or whatever it is. But anyway, let's hope it's not an STI. So I just liked it because it kind of like toned in a bit with that. Now remember, I dried this with a heat gun because I could, because I've replaced that window. It's no longer that plastic. So I've left a bit of it visible though, so you'll still be able to see, and also because the napkin is quite visible, quite transparent anyway, you'll be able to see through it anyway. So I'm just gonna want to brush those off. All I'm gonna do is go down the line like that, tear it off. Same there, go down the line like that, tear it off. Gone. It's gone. Not gonna bother you anymore. So put it back, Dave, because you'll be losing it. Oh, like, where the heck is that now? I'm just going to glue this envelope back down again. No, it's going to take the pin out first. Yeah, so yeah, it's just those differences, isn't it? It's like somebody was using this kind of board. No, not this kind of board. It's what we would call hardboard. It's like brown and like almost like wood, but not MDF. And like they called it something else, and I was like, never heard of that. And then when I looked it up, it was actually just a brand name for that board that had become like popular in Canada or America or wherever it was. So anyway, enough of my boring, inane conversation. It's like going to see your granny, isn't it? Like you get to, oh dear, I've gone a little bit over the top there, haven't I? Just wipe that bit off. Wipe it off. Everybody saw it. Nothing to see here. Move along, folks. Move along. Okay, I'm going to leave that bit just to reinforce that edge. I'm going to leave it down, but because it's kind of only glued with that envelope style glue, it's not very sticky. It's, you know, it's peelable sticky. I'm just going to glue it down properly, just so that it stays down. So I'm just going to go around there and back up and fill in the bit in the middle. You don't need to put a lot on it, and it'll just reinforce that edge. And also I might actually put a bit of washi tape down there. I know that you've all been like, if you've been watching my previous video, I kind of got a bit excited about the washi tape. Not excited, but I kind of got carried away with the washi tape. So I might just put a little bit of that on that edge. Okay, but I'm going to rip it. I might try and follow a bit of the pattern, but that might be asking too much of my tiny little brain. So I'm just going to tear down here. I'm not going to worry about this side because that's going to be inside the envelope, so you're not really going to see that. Kind of trying to shape around the flowers a bit. But it'll just strengthen that edge, and then if somebody catches something on it, it's not just going to tear the whole thing apart. So get off me, get off me. Find somewhere to stick it. There you go. Get off. So get some of my. Might need a bit more colour on that. So what am I going to use? A bit of walnut stain. So, yeah, I don't know how long this video's been today. My sense of time is not great. I think I've only done 20 minutes, I think. So yeah, all I'm doing is, because I've torn it, I don't know whether you can see, it has like a white edge here. I don't know whether that's kind of in shot now. Sorry about the dirty hands. And all I'm doing is just taking that whiteness off that edge. So it doesn't look quite so new. And then remember to stick it the right way. And I'm going to stick it down there on that edge. Okay. Now, like I say, I'm not worried about it not being long enough. Okay. What I am going to do though is I am going to stick it down better. Because if you use washi tape, it stays where you want it to until you need it to, and then it decides to have a bit of a life of its own and just starts peeling up. So be prepared and just glue it down before it even has a chance to second guess you. So popping this on here, just giving it a bit of a liberal squeak. A liberal squeak? No, I don't think it's squeaking. It might be. Get that end. And then pop that on there. Remember, don't press down on this edge, because this edge is going tucky bye-byes round here. Tucky bye-byes again is another technical term. Get that on there. And just tuck that round. It's a bit fiddly. I guess I could have done it before I glued the envelope shut, but, you know, I didn't think about it until then. I just want you to see that, you know, even if you've kind of forgotten to do something, you can always rectify it. Now, I have got to say, I really like that. I'm really glad I did it now. So yeah, so that's that. So the next bit is I want to put something down here. I'll finish doing this envelope in a minute. But I'm going to put something down here now. I had, so these punch out, what are they called? Cutouts. Were sent to me from BeckaB, okay, who is a good friend of mine, but also has her own website store. Okay, it's called beccab.co.uk, and I'll put the link in the description bit below. But on there you can get a whole host of the things that I'm going to be using. Let's just be, it's BECKAB. And yeah, so I'll just spell it for you. It's BE, so Bravo Echo Charlie Kilo Alpha Bravo. So BeckaB.co.uk. Now these were some push outs. Now these are just perfect because, like, you know, let's be honest. If I tried cutting this, it wouldn't happen, would it? No. Well, you know, I'd be shaping this side and then I'd get to here and I wouldn't be able to do a good circle. And I like the push outs. They're just so handy for the things that you're not quite sure about. So what I'm going to do is, you know, we can tell that this is a bit new looking for me. So we're just going to distress it up now. Remember, you're not going to need this. This is a tab that's going to be the thing that you're going to glue it down with. So you don't need to do that, but you do need to do the crease. Okay. Again, get in there and just make sure that there's no white edges showing. You can give it a bit of a zhuzh over if you like. You know, you can make it as dark or as light as you like, and you know, you give it a rub in and that sort of thing. Okay, so that's that bit. Okay, so that's one of the little pockets. And what I was thinking is I'd have them there, and then I'd find something to tuck in it. Yeah, so so this is perfect. These push outs are so useful. I mean, like, you know, if you're creating ephemera, anybody that's ever made junk journals will know that making the junk journals, you know, you make them and, like, you know, you've got all of these pages and then you think, oh blimey, I've got to fill those, and you think that you've got loads of stuff and you think, oh wow, you know, this is enough to be able to fill it, and then you put it into the journal and it's nowhere near enough. So just being able to have these little push outs are fantastic. Just, I mean, like, how easy is that to make that into a tag, or to make it into a belly band? I really hate that term, by the way, belly band. Or, you know, push out one of these and have a tag and, like, you know, just punch out the hole. I mean, like that hole, I believe is a standard. That's a tiny one, Dave. That's a standard hole punch. Is that the standard hole punch there? It is. So, you know, just a standard hole size. Pop that in there, line it up. Might not be the best at lining it up. There you go, perfect. So that's, you know, it's great for just making those quick little tags. You could be spending hours trying to make those. So yeah, I'm going to put something in there now. Now the thing is, you know, you need to decide what you're going to put in there before you glue these down. So otherwise, what you'll end up doing is trying to make something that size. Whereas if you've got the thing that you want it to slot into, then, you know, you put them wherever you need them. Okay, so I did, you know, when you say best laid plans by mice and men, I did have something I was going to put in there, but I realised I haven't made it kind of on camera, etc. But I might have to, because I can't find it now. Excuse me while I have a bit of a rummage, won't you? There you go. So it's not quite made anyway. So what I thought is have something like this in here. So this would then slot in here. Don't worry, it's not going to be that big. But this would then slot into here. Yeah, and they could sit there. So this, let's just move this out of the way. And let's keep an eye on where they are, because once I close that up, it could go anywhere. Okay, so what I thought about doing here is all I've done is this is an old file folder, just in like the buff style. So buff is a colour and I think it's unbleached recycled paper, and it's in the UK it's called buff. I don't know what you call it, you know, overseas, if indeed it's different. Okay, so what I've thought is I'd have a pocket here. I won't glue it just yet. I have a pocket here with a little tuck here. Then we fold over. Okay, now I've got to now make sure that it fits. Will it fit? If it folds over, it will. Now, the thing is, with these pockets, you don't want them right on the bottom. You want to have a bit of space. So if you're going to have a bit of space, how much lower do you need it? Right. Okay, we need it to come down a bit further down. I'm not a big fan of measuring, etc. If you don't have to. All we need to do is use a bit of finger scoring. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to then make sure that this folds to here. I'm just going to score it with my finger, and then score it with a proper scoring tool so we don't have any nonsense. No nonsense. We don't want nonsense, thank you. And I don't care that it's already got a score line. I don't, you know, it's not troubling me. It might trouble you. So what we're going to do, we need to make sure that this, you know, this isn't too high, because we still want it to be a pocket. Okay, so what can I do? Okay, so how am I going to fix that? Just going to cut it off. I know it seems like really drastic, Dave. You've just sorted that out, right, kid? Don't get worried. It's not that drastic, except for the only drastic thing is I have no idea where my knife is, which is a worrying thing because it's quite sharp. Okay, roll your chair back, Dave. It's not there. Aha, found it. Panic over. Crisis averted. Right. I said this on my other video. Live actually. I've stopped using my glass mat for when I'm cutting, because all it's doing is blunting my blade. So I'm going through too many blades too quickly. What happens is, once you lose the tip off your knife, it's practically useless because you've got nothing to dig into and then slice from. So it's not like a kitchen knife where you're using this part of it. I'm not touching it, so it's very sharp. It's a scalpel. It's not this bit that you're cutting with, it's the very tip that you're cutting with. And if you look at the, I don't know if you can see, it's sharp right to the tip. So what you want to make sure is that you don't blunt that, and these self-healing mats are really good for that. So just as a word of advice, if you're a cutter like me and you use these scalpels, then just be aware that that might be the reason that you're going through so many blades. So I'm just going to cut that bottom edge off. Let's see if that fits. So what I'll do is I'll put it onto that fold. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so rather than, because now it's off, I'll just ink up this edge. So all I did was I cut this out with a really big circle punch. You're going to ask me what size that is. I have no idea. 2 inches? 2 inches. It's not actually mine. Technically it's Brian's, but I borrowed it off him. So I think it's on my Christmas list. I think Santa might be bringing me one, but you know, we'll see how generous Santa is this year. It might, let's hope he's not self-isolating, let's just say that. So I know he's aged. He's been around for several hundred years at least, so let's hope he's not self-isolating. Okay, so all I've done is do that, and I'll do the decoration later. Okay, so pop that onto there. Yeah, bit of glue. It's the Sugar Bell Shake, that. It's the flick of the wrist that you get your Sugar Bell fabric tack down with. The Sugar Bell shake. It could be a thing. Hashtag Dash of Dave. So put that in there, and then see, it's the Sugar Bell shake again. Just going to do these sides so that it glues to like being a little pocket. I like the file folder lines in the background. So then we're going to spin it over and we're going to go again. Okay, so how do I do that? So all I'm going to do is put my ruler, my trusty ruler. Some people can't roll their R's. I didn't realise that. I can roll my R's. I am lucky in that way. I can roll an R. Not that it's ever really done me any favours in my life. But anyway, so I put a crease in there. And now I'm just going to fold it up around my ruler. Okay, so that can go there. And remember, as you go, so my advice is, you could think, okay, so I'm going to measure that. I'll do, and let's say it was like 2.5 inches to do a score line every 2.5 inches. What you've got to remember is, as this gets chunkier, the distance gets longer. So you have to bear that in mind. So I personally would say, don't measure it, just do it as you go. Do it live. You know, and if it's not perfect, it isn't perfect. It's a junk journal. I'm sorry to say this, folks, but it isn't going to be perfect, and just go with it. Just go with the flow. You know, go with the flow, you know. And then we're going to do it again. So let's just do that. We're going to go. Might have to pull this light over here a little bit more because I'm struggling. Sorry if that's all just you suddenly going, whoa, scary, bright light. I hope you're not a gremlin. So pop that over there. You might find that you get more of a rounded gusset, and that's absolutely fine. So it is starting to get a bit rounded. So what I'll do is I will improve that by making that like a double crease. Now you don't want a double crease in your trousers, but you do in your junk journaling wallet. So all I'm doing is, just so you're aware, I did say in my previous video, but all I'm doing is I'm scoring against this thick edge of the upside of the ruler. There you go round, and that's it. Okay, so you've got a bit more of a, box hinge. No, hinge isn't really the word, is it? What is it? It's not a hinge, Dave. It's not a bracket either. Hinge and bracket. They were a famous comedy drag act duo, Hinge and Bracket, in the UK. Typically English humour, I will say. British humour, I should say, actually. So again, I'm going to make that double gusset again. There. Remember, it's not a technique video, so I'm not showing you how to do that. You do it your way, I'll do it my way. I'll take the high road, you take the low. Okay, so I've now got this little flappy bit. What am I going to do? Well, you know what? Let's see if there's a push out that we can use, or a pushover. Okay, so I quite like that, but it's a bit new looking. You know, you knew that was going to happen. I'm going to make it look old. I'm going to dirtify it. I don't know whether dirtify is actually a term, but it's now my turn. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on there so that we've got something to flip it into, so something to tuck it into. It's not going to be a proper, you know, stick it downy type thing. Now I could stick it there and have it tuck into something, or I could, let's just say, this is all part and parcel of being doing it live. Let's see if it'll tuck into that. That might be nice if that tucked in maybe to there. And that tucked in. You only want it to catch, you don't need it to be properly in. Yeah, let's give that a go. So, hope you all are having a good day, or whatever it is, evening. It's actually here, it's 19 minutes past 5, or 17:19 if you're the 24-hour type, like I like. But you know, I know you don't all like it. Now I would all eyeball it, but like I'm a bit afraid of you guys, because we go, no, it's on the middle. It's a little over 12 centimeters. Get my propelling pencil, so I'll go that there for the middle. Let's do that on there as well. Again, a little over 12. That's the middle there. Okay. I will endeavour to cover those up, but if not, there is something called rubber, or an eraser if you're overseas. I don't know, in Canada, do you call it a rubber or an eraser or something else? All of the above? Nothing? None of the above? I'm just doing the back because, like, you'll see it. So, okay, it's got a little lug. I love that word, lug. So I'll just use that as a guide as to the bit in the middle. Find me lug again. So again, just squeeze, get that out there. A bit of a wipe a little bit of it off. Don't want it to be too much on there. Pop that on like that. Kind of try and line it up a little bit. Great. Okay, so and then we can have that tuck into there. Now, do I like that, or am I just going with it because it's there? I don't know. I think I kind of like it, but I think I might need to decorate it. Let's just give it a little bit of a zhuzh. Right, okay. I know you've seen me do this already, but I'm going to zhuzh it up a bit. A zhuzh, being a technical term, obviously. I kind of like it because it kind of keeps that kind of theme going. I don't like to use too many different things through the journals that I make. I like it to look a little bit like it's kind of coordinated with something, at least. You know, but like I say, you're not looking for matchy. So I'll put that on there, I think, and it might also just, instead of, you know, like last time I only did it on one side, I'll do it on both sides because you'll see both sides of it on here. Tearing washi tape. It's a whole TV show of its own, isn't it? Not a terribly interesting TV show, and it might only run once and never run again. But it's a, you know, it's a TV show. So tearing washi tape contest. Welcome to the International Washi Tape Tearing Contest. And Dave has lost already, so he hasn't even started, but he's lost. So like, he can't find the place. He's probably in the car park driving around, to be fair. So sorry how my brain works. It just fires randomly. You know what I'm thinking? I'm sat here thinking I'm really dehydrated, but so far, my brain hasn't gone, Dave, there's some water down by your side. Just take a drink. Well, he says there's some water by your side, but oh no, there's. Just gonna have a drink, folks. Sorry. Yummy, yummy, yummykins. A bit of water. I do love water. As a child, I hated it. Sorry, it's all around my mush now, so it might dribble off into camera shot. The problem is I've got a moustache. Well, I've got a beard as well, but like I don't tend to get water over my beard unless I'm having a shower. But when I'm drinking, I kind of get it all dribbles off my face onto things. So I love the smell of that. That's probably not the best thing to say that I love the smell of. But there you go. Hey ho. There it is. It's out in the open now. I can't take it back. So I'm putting that on there and I'm putting it round. Oh, make sure it's pressed fully down there. And then I'm curling it round that little spine that we've made. Okay, like that. I love it when it goes on your fingers as well. So, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice that bit off. Now, if you want to use a ruler, use a ruler. If you want to cut it off with a pair of scissors, cut it off with a pair of scissors. Do what you prefer, but I'm doing what I prefer, okay? So, that's all I've done. Is I'm not going to decorate too much. I'm just going to give it that essence, and then I'll decide what I want to put in it, and then I can decorate that up at a later stage. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for that. I might have a little essence of the washi tape on it. Actually, that's quite a good colour match, isn't it? Yeah, so I might just do a bit of that. Yeah, put that on there. That'd be nice. Well, I think it'd be nice. You might not. You might disagree with me. In which case, blow ya. Fine. Be like that. See if I can. I'm taking me ball home. I'm not playing in your garden anymore. Sorry. Just reliving memories of childhood there. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Dave, you haven't learnt your own lesson, have you? So let's just make sure it's a little bit wide, isn't it? So let's do a bit of tearing before we do anything, and then we can ink it. Tear that bit off there. Get off my finger. Get it off. Okay, and tear that bit off there. I don't like that tear. It doesn't look natural. I know it was natural because, like, you know, you just saw me tear it, but like just I don't know, some things just don't look natural for me, even though they are. So anyway, I've staged it so that it looks natural. Yes, there's a bit of reverse psychology going on in there, isn't there? So pop that on there. All I'm going to do is take a bit of it off because I don't want it to squeeze out too much. Pop that on there. I like that colour match. That's actually a very good colour match. So pop that on, and then all I'm going to do is I will snippy snip that way, snippy snip that way, try not to cut any of the tag bit off, and then just glue that on the back. The Sugar Bell Shake. So if anybody quotes the Sugar Bell Shake, I'll know whether it came from me, alright. Just saying. Pop that on there. Oh, this is that coming off. Yeah. So pop that on there, and then that means that it flips in. It can like slide in. Yeah, we'll do it there. Okay, so I just need a very strong bond down this side. And I'm not just going to stick to the washi tape. I'm just going to go a little bit higher. Yeah, just to there. And then that way, then if the washi tape does peel off, this won't hinge off. If that makes any sense at all. So remember, put your tab down and get all the bits off your fingers. Don't wipe it on your trousers. Put that down like that, I guess. I'm sorry, my dog's now barking because another dog is barking at him. I mean, so okay, so that's that. Like I say, I'm not decorating at the moment. Decorating can come at a later date. So I'm just making the bits to go in it so that we can kind of catch up for next week, the next live. Okay, so get rid of that for the time being. Mork and Mindy egg nearly flew off. So yeah, so that's what we're going to have in there. Okay, it's got some of the elements of the colours in there. I'm not too worried if it's not exactly the same. Now what we might have to do is we might have to re-gusset this. See, it's not going to go round that unless we make another gusset. Now you know we can make another gusset because I've just done that. All I need is my trusty ruler, I need a bit of space, so clear the area. Dave's coming in, so, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold round this ruler. So that's the thing. I might want to gusset a bit bigger. You can measure this. You want to be the measurer. Be the measurer. I'm not a big measurer. I've just said that. So right then. As long as it kind of looks a bit even, that's even Stevens, it'll be all right. Yeah, so all I've done is now I've created like a box fold. Yeah, so that means that we've got a much bigger pocket to fold it into, and then you just need to do the same with the other one, which luckily Dave put both of them in the same place so that I found them again. Now that's not like me. It's not like my bone folder, which my actual bone folder, I have no idea where it is because I didn't put that somewhere I would find it again. Clearly. I don't know when I last had it either. So I haven't found it for weeks, months even. So like I say, I don't know where it is. It's probably fallen off the desk, to be fair. And it's lying amongst the, well, the extended collection, was, as I might call it, on the floor. So I'm just going to see if that'll fit now. Put that fit in there. Yeah, it fits in there. That's fine. And that fits in there. So the best way to glue this down is to have them in situ. Okay. So don't make it too snug. If it's too snug, you will have big problems trying to get it in. Sorry, my brain is going elsewhere now. So, suggestion. It's only a suggestion. You don't have to take my suggestions. I would suggest that you might, if you were so inclined, wish to washi tape it into place. Because the washi tape is temporary. If it pulls a bit of the surface off, hey, you know, it's junk journal. So, and then do the other side again. So remember, you're making sure that it's not too snug. You want a bit of wiggle room. Wiggle it just a little bit. So like that. Okay. And now glue on just these. Don't glue the back of this, otherwise it'll never come off. Okay. So get that goo off the thing. Okay, so there's quite a bit of glue on there, so I'm just going to wipe it with my finger, because you know me, I like it all over my hands. I'm not crafting unless it's all like I'm covered in it. So we're going to put this quite low down because we still need to get leverage. The wrong lever. Okay, so and just hold it a bit. Now what I'm gonna do is, oh dear, Dave, that didn't go very terribly well. Oh, see, I pulled the surface off, but like I say, doesn't matter. It's a junk journal. Better that I do these things and you don't have a tiz about it. Okay, so I'm just going to take that out and then just make sure that that is a nice bond. Goldfinger. So, he's the man with the Midas touch. A spider's touch. If I can't sing, I won't ever have to pay anybody any royalties because I can't sing. So I'll rip that bit off. Hey, you know what? Don't have to. Honestly, don't put yourself under the pressure of like, oh, I've ripped it, or it doesn't matter. It's a junk journal at the end of the day, and what difference does it make? So look, we've got a nice little pocket in there now. Okay, so I was thinking of having it glued down and having it folding out, but I actually prefer that idea of being able to take it out, and we can, you know, we'll decorate it at some other point. So I'm just going to give a bit of a time check. Just bear with me while I stand up. Okay, 56 minutes I've been going for. Good grief, I've done nothing other than get glue all over me. I'm kind of thinking I might leave today there. I just wanted to go over this a little bit. And you see what I mean by that halo? You get the glue kind of takes this colour more, and you get that kind of halo. Now, you might not like that, but I actually do. Oh, and this is when you find out that you've missed bits, Dave. I'll just put a little bit of glue on. Don't get too giddy with it. Pop that way. Pop that way. Stick that back down. Okay, so I'm just going to have to dry that bit off. Okay, that's glued down. Just going over those white bits of the napkin because we want it to blend in, and because the background is dark, we need to darken down the white of the napkin to make it look like, you know, it's supposed to be there rather than you've just glued a napkin to it. Okay, so there we go. So that's where we are with that. I might see, well, depending on how busy work is during the week, because I'm sometimes there for 12 hours a day, so I don't always get loads of time, but depending on how the day goes, I, you know, will if it goes really quickly, and if I get everything done when I wanted it to, then I'll be able to have some time, you know. I won't be there for 12 hours, and I'll be able to like do some extra things, because like I've got some fantastic, honestly fantastic stamps. These are indigo blue ones, but like these came from BeckaB as well, so I will link BeckaB in this video, and I'll be using more of her stuff as we kind of go through making this, and we'll do some, you know, specific stuff that, you know, some specific videos making other stuff, because I don't want you to be thinking, oh, it's just this is all he ever makes. Okay, so there are other things that I do, but like I really love this stamp. I have to say, this is a fab stamp. If I had an acrylic block to hand, I would do it, but it's basically this, and I think that will go really nicely. I might have to have a pocket just for Elsie on this leaf, or in somewhere in this journal. I really like that. Anyway, so we if you want to get some of these push outs, or you want to go over to BeckaB's site, go and have a look. Honestly, there's some fantastic things over there. I know that, you know, I think I'm, you know, just endorsing it, but I genuinely say there's some fantastic things, and the prices are really good. If you're in the UK, prices fantastic. So very competitive prices. And let's face it, I miss going to places like Hobbycraft and all of that. And yes, you can go to those kind of places now, but they are really depleted on stock, and the stock hasn't changed very much, and there's not there's not a lot of stock because manufacturing has stopped and all of that. So go head over to Becca's store. There's loads of things there. There's things that I've never seen before, some excited things that I'm gonna be using. I've recently got some things from there, so I'll be playing with all those things. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you. I'm finishing off there. That's another bit of that journal done. Pop that away. I'm going to tidy up, and I'm going to go and have something to eat because I haven't eaten today. And go and fuss my dog because he'll probably need a walk as well. He wants some attention from his dada. So I'm going to go and give him some attention. We're going to have rubbies. So you all have a lovely day, evening, morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is with you. I'm sending you all of my love. Spread the word of kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be crafty. Share that crafting joy that we get with your friends. They might not have discovered craft, and it might be the thing that just clinches it for them. So you take care of yourself, folks. Sending you all my love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of kisses, lots of crafty hugs, and I will see you very soon. Take care of yourselves, and remember, I love you all until you give me a reason not to. All right, you take care, folks. Speak soon. Bye.